So Never Let Me Go was published 20 years ago. And there's a question that I've been asked over and over again. Why don't the characters, given that they're living in a kind of a pretty dystopian world, why don't they rebel, or why don't they just escape? Now, this really seems to bug people. And for a long time, I used to think this was a weakness of the book. But as the years have gone by, I've started to think that this is part of the reason this novel has lasted and has to some extent haunted people. When I was writing the book, I was very aware that there was a huge bunch of blockbuster movies, great novels, that addressed the question of human rebellion against oppressive, authoritarian or other systems. Sometimes it ends badly, in 1984, say, and sometimes the rebellion is glorious. But I wasn't so interested in that kind of narrative. What fascinated me was the extent to which, in the world outside of books and films, people didn't rebel. They didn't protest. Usually what happens is that people accept the hand that they've been dealt and try to make the best of it. I mean, throughout history, people have remained in terrible marriages. They've done awful jobs all through their lives. Millions of people throughout history worked in ghastly mines or factories, including small children. Millions of people worked and died as slaves. Many, many people over the years fought in wars that they didn't believe in or didn't understand anything about. The fascinating thing for me is the way people respond to being dealt a really bad hand. And sometimes it seems to me that if that's all you know, if that's the world you've grown up in, you cannot see the boundaries for which you have to run. You cannot see what you have to rebel against. And instead, you just try, sometimes heroically, to find love, friendship, something meaningful and decent within the horrific fate that you've been given. So that's the only answer I can usually offer when people say, why don't the characters in Never Let Me Go run away?